enemies.
Hey little orcs, and welcome back. We're here with another Dawnless Days siege battlefield here today, and we have another 3v3 again on this Dunland settlement, which is interesting to see. And we've actually got a very early start to this fight here. We've got Erling Knights that have sallied out here from Rohan. They were kind of bouncing backwards and forwards for a little bit. I generally did not know if they were going to attack, so I thought, we'll start the replay anyway. We'll see what happens. They have actually gone in. They've gone into these Lokiran bows here, and it looks like they've bitten off more than they can chew. They have managed to get jumped here by some Veriag riders, and Storm riders are also on their way. The Cav is desperately trying to get out of here, these Erling riders. I mean, I don't know why... risk like some actually really good cabs, to be fair. Yeah, these Erling Riders and the Erling Knights, yeah, like tier 3, like cavalry, like spear and shock. Yeah, not really a great unit to try and risk. I would maybe risk like a Scout to Rohan, like a cheaper cab unit, which A can guerrilla deploy, but also it's probably quicker than all the other cav like that can be brought by these things. So they just zip away and then get out of there very, very quickly. But yeah, this has not gone that well. A fair few riders has been lost. And it's not a good start for the men of Rohan. And generally, the armies of men, or at least good men. We have got 3 on this battlefield here today. We've got the Anduin Vale once again. We saw them recently in a replay. We've got Gondor, which are led by, not Boromir this time, but Aragorn Lesser. And we also do have Rohan, as we've seen. And then on the other side, we do have more men, but evil men. We have Eastlings. We have the Haradrim, or Lost Laden Tribes, as they're now known as, but we'll call them the Haradrim just for simplicity. And then finally, we have Isengard here as well, led again by Saruman. So yeah, some evil men, and also a sprinkling of orcs, or well, Urukai really. A bit of a weird blend, that's for sure, of orcs and goblins, Uruks. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. Again, I generally, when we load this one up, I was like, have I covered this recently? I feel like this is very similar to the one we did recently. But no, it is an entirely different replay, and it has a crazy ending, I am told. So definitely worth sticking around to the very end to find out whether good or evil is going to win this one. But yeah, it should be a very, really good one. I honestly thought that was going to, like, that cab charge was going to start something else, start a bit of an escalation. It hasn't. It looks like we're just going to see evil slowly potter forward here with his half-orc spears. I don't know if they're going to try and burn these settlements. Sorry, burn these towers, or maybe just capture them. I'd burn them down, to be honest, be a bit quicker. Something to note is there are Mummikill in this battle, which is exciting to see. There are feral Mummiks here. They're already damaged or bloodied. Don't know how, but they are. They are already. They're already winded as well. Have they had a fight? They've not had a fight, have they? No, I don't think so. I don't think anything side out on that side. I can't see any bodies, so yeah, that would suggest no. We were occupied looking at Rohan on the other side. They might have side out on Harad, but it doesn't look like they have. Interesting that Harad has shifted over to Isengard. They're not going to attack on the Rome 1 choke point, which is probably a wise idea. This is just a singular choke point. It is rough to try and get through. I maybe would keep some forces over here just to kind of threaten it, just to keep that spear force there. But yeah, this is usually the main way in. Eastlings coming in from a different angle. I'm kind of a fan of a little bit. Nice to see this someone being attacked on multiple sides. But it's a tough place to attack again as well. Just a singular choke point, which is stacked with spears and polearms. And it looks like the Eastlings are maybe going to go through this windy road as well here. But Gondor, again, is ready. He's got a nice position here with his Gondor spears. And he can set up his archers if he wants to here. And he can get nice side shots. It's going to be brutal for these things. I think they made a bit of a mistake there off the bat in where they're deciding to attack. But we'll see whether it, ends up stretching the defenders and it causes them to win, or whether the attackers are going to, the defenders are going to win because they're just going to be able to easily annihilate the attackers, especially like Eastlings. They could just quite easily destroy them. Don't know if they're shooting from here. Are they shooting right now? Yeah, Veridum Rangers are shooting. They are trying to shoot the Princess Coast Guard, which has like a single bronze, 2 bronze chevrons on them. I can't count apparently. But we've got Helmingas here. They look like they're going to duel with the Rangers. These Veridum Rangers are pretty solid. So yeah, they actually probably could beat that Helmingas. And there's also just more of the archers there in that locale. Helmingas in a 2-on-1 at least, if not more. Yeah, we'll see how the Helmingast can do here. Are they going to be able to win this one? I mean, they want to keep these guys preserved because they are like a really good hybrid unit. But the Black Vale Archers as well, moving over maybe to support. Yeah, right now, both sides just being very patient. Oh, I say that as literally a bit of engagement happens over here. There you go. First bit of infantry on infantry is half-orc spears taking on some axe thanes. They are getting sent on in. And classic matchup there of Isengard taking on Rohan. Rohan is actually weirdly winning that one. I mean, he probably should. Tier 2 axes beating a Tier 2 spear. That does make sense. Yeah, I'm really enjoying Dawnless Days at the moment. It's great to be back with more Lord of the Rings. I'm really getting into the Middle Earth sort of vibe. And then we had the campaign as well going on at the moment for Erebor. If you haven't checked that out, I recommend you go and do so. It's developing quite nicely as we, as Erebor, try and unite all of the Dwarven realms under one banner. Yeah, it's going along very, very nicely. Yeah, Anduin Sentinels here. Actually, weirdly beating the Balkoff Raider. Rarely do you see, Spear beat a shock. Even like this, I mean, this is a very light shock infantry, I guess. Balkoff Raider against a heavy spear. And it is Tier 3 against Tier 2. So maybe that makes sense. But, yeah, interesting. They destroyed this tower. They burned it and brought down the wall here. Are these Carnage Sentries going to be able to flank around? There's a pretty big gap here. You could probably get you guys in the column, just go around the choke point. Might be a move here. But yeah, this is not looking good, actually. And the forces of good are not really sending up anything really to, you know, be ready to replace. I mean, the spear is winning, but it's not going to win forever. And the Carnage Sentries, I mean, right now they're friendly firing their own men. There's Balkoff Raiders getting just speared. But yeah, the Javies eventually will wear down this Anduin Sentinel, which is actually, oh no, it's still combat winning. And they could countercharge him. Gondor is about to rout this Balkoff Raider, and then they'll be able to countercharge. Potentially, well, I would say that the sentries go in. Everything I say is being contradicted right now by the players, which is great to see. Great to see. We actually have mainline battle line infantry now going in, and yeah, immediately the Uruks of Isengard start to win that fight there against the Axanes. No surprise there. Another thing I always I'd like to see a little bit more of, and oh yeah, that's looking very weak now. There's literally one unit over here. I would maybe think about sending something over here to attack this. I also would set up archers here, so you can side shot this. That'll make this pretty much untenable. Right now, because there is like attacking going on a lot of fronts here, the defenders are kind of stretching their resources. If they were to, you know, maybe attack somewhere else, the attackers, they could maybe punch through quite quickly. They can kind of, you know, they can just spread themselves thin in some areas and do a few attacks a little bit and then just make one really big hammer blow of an attack somewhere and punch their way through. Did the spears get killed off the sentinels? No, they've fallen back. Weirdly, he's actually just pulled them back. I don't know why, just leaving them there to die. It's not that special of a unit that you need to preserve it. The Gondor swords now hold the front line here against the Carnage Sentries. Maybe he's just pulling it back so he can micro elsewhere. He wants all his army together. Gondor's going to get the responsibility of defending the rear. Maybe. Does look like Rohan and Anduin Vale are going to be on the front line. I don't know how good a matchup that is. I would probably have had Rohan up against the Eastlings. It's like probably the best matchup for Rohan. Well, maybe, I guess, Rohan against the Lost Laden. No, probably not up against, not Lost Laden tribes. We literally weren't planning to call them that. I'd say Rohan going up against these guys actually would not be a good idea because they've got a lot of shock. Yeah, Rohan up against the Eastlings. The Eastlings, they need to be made great again, and they're not great at the moment. So yeah, I would have matched them up against each other. We've got Grenadiers here as well for the Uruks, so we are going to see a lot of big super weapons in play here. But I'm mainly waiting for these feral mummoks to go in. They are going to be absolutely devastating. That's why the balance power is so heavily in their favor. Even though it's only 6,600 defenders against 7,100 attackers. I definitely mix those up. Yeah, 7,000 attackers, about 6,600 defenders. So that number constantly changes as more Uruks and men are slain. Garda Mudasel straight into its front line though here to hold this. Yeah, if you want to see more Dawnless Days on the channel, I mean, we're doing a lot of it at the moment. Do remember, leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here. We are working towards 15k subs. We're like halfway there, guys. Yeah, thank you for all the support. It is very much appreciated. It really, really is. We couldn't like continue doing this content without you guys. I mean, we could. It'd just be odd. And then if you want to send in your own replays as well, like the person did here, do send them into my Discord. The link, as always, is down below in the description of the video. It's the best place to send in replays if you ever want them covered on the channel. And also, the link for Dawnless Days is down there as well if you ever did want to, you know, install it if you haven't got it installed. But if you haven't got it installed, really, what are you doing? It's the greatest mod that has been produced for Total War Attila, that's for sure. Runic Warlords being sent in already. I'm still not a big fan of Runic Warlords being a medium shock infantry. I do think they need to be at least heavy, if not very heavy. That would really, I feel like, for these things would make them, like I said, great again. Yeah, we've got a lot of Gondorian swords now being committed here. I mean, they kind of do need to commit quite a lot. Runic Warlords will cut through quite a lot, even if they are only medium shock infantry. Archers here, Blackroot Vale Archers just need to nuke these rangers. Get rid of them. They're going to dare. I mean, they're actually spreading out their archers. They're not even using all these rangers, Locurin bows. So you could just kind of annihilate one or two occasionally. The Cav is looking like it's getting ready for another sally out. I don't think that's a wise idea. I mean, also, the Haradrim are ready and waiting to go. Beast Tamers are guarding that flank, and we do have our Belgazar there as well. He's also guarding the flank. What has been sent in here? Serpent Warriors. Tier 3 shock. Right response to send in to try and break through those guard and Muda cells. And the Urks also being cycled back in. I don't know if I'd bother cycling them.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
But yeah, it looks like... Oh, there we go. The sally out is going. The sally out... Ooh, I thought he was going for it. Maybe they're going to go round. I think they are. They're going to go around and go after the Eastlings, which is not a bad idea. Eastlings, though, have a lot more cav.
Our men have
regrouped. Than the Haradrim do. And certainly the Eastlings, yeah. I mean... Oh, sorry, and the Isengard, of course. But they have wargs. I would have sent the wargs over to try and just, like, shadow these this cavalry, to be honest. That would be a better idea. This is looking pretty tough to get through. Again, Anno Vale stacking his units like they were in the recent siege that we covered. Stacking these guys up, spears and pikes ready to go. And looks like Isengard's also going to take the responsibility attacking here. I mean, Isengard is a great attacking faction. I do have it like as one of the top. That might need a change. Might need a do a new siege rankings. But Isengard would still be up there. It would still be very, very high. Kahar, ready to lead his troops. Why is Kahar here? I just realized, actually. He's not ready to lead his troops. And actually, we do have Eastlings here. Okay, look, you're Maceman over on this side. So all three players are here. But, yeah, Eastlings are sending at least a portion. I mean, they're sending a fair amount of their troops over here. And they are sending them in piece by piece. This is just getting them killed right now. I mean, they're killing Gondorians as well. But, like, Men of Landen, a tier 1 axe infantry, are holding up Runic Warlords. And, I mean, they're also wasting ammo on the Men of Landen. That's not good use of ammo by the Feridrim Rangers, in my opinion. Save your ammo for pikes and polearms. More Runic Warlords being sent in. This is crazy. So I mean, to be fair, he's running out of infantry to send in. He could be cycling in the Cav, to be honest, though the Cav might be needed very shortly, because here comes Rohan. Oh, well, he was coming. He's now gone and hidden again. But I think he's very much aware of where he is. Gondor Spears could attack that Clan Spear, to be honest. They'd probably quickly kill that off. The final shock has been sent forward as Veriag Axeman being sent in. in a moment.
The men have
But yeah,
thrown
this
down their
has
weapons
been
and
a
are
failed
fleeing.
assault, to be honest. Gondor's going to be able to turn around his army pretty quickly and go and help face off against the other two players over here. But yeah, not a good start for Evil. It's certainly not over. Those Mummoks, like I said, and the Grenadiers, they are game changer units on their own. I mean, the Mummoks could go get, 200, 300, 400 kills.
The enemy are ambushing us. Our men have rallied.
Yeah, the checkpoint's not really getting underway. The Anno and Vale's still kind of waiting for any action there. Yeah, it's all on Rohan, which, to be fair, they are the weakest link, I'd say. Anno and Vale, I mean, I had them down as like the weakest faction. I don't know now, for sieges. They might, I don't know. They might be a bit better because they've got shock, and they've got I mean, the pikes are pretty handy, and the Bjornings are very good now that the multiplayer revamped submod is in use. I think balancing's a little bit better, and so you can't spam out elites. Factions like Anduin Vale and Rohan have a little bit more of a chance in battle. Well, more shock being set in here. And archers, I mean, the Helvingast are very interested by usurpers, just shooting these guys down. I mean, I guess they're desperate to keep this choke point alive.
Enemy units have
Fair, these two units are nearly dead, and then it's an Axe Thane that's going to have to hold the line, and then another Axe Thane. And there's early retainers as well, but yeah, I mean, it's not an inspiring defense here, I won't lie. It's not inspiring, but what is inspiring is, well, what has happened here? What has happened here? This was looking inspiring. Gondor, I thought you had this locked down. What has happened? I mean, they could just use the Earthed Nobles and Aragon the Lesser, and they smash these cavalry here. I don't know why they're not. But yeah, they've let these things in, which I don't know. I mean, it might actually work. I mean, they're gonna get them killed off. Yeah, there you go. Rohan is gonna run down all the cav. Archers are running away. In goes Aragon. He's now fighting the Storm Riders. I think the spears come up to support. But yeah, another charge here from his Anduin Vale allies. And there you go, yeah, the Storm Rider should be dealt with. We're going to see the shock from Warriors of Losnar go in there. They should kill off the Balkov Spear. Aragon should be as safe as houses. The other cav is going back. He's trying to save its archers, the early knights here. But I think the Eastling army is pretty much finished in a way. I'm maybe being a little bit too pessimistic, but I think so. I mean, the Ferritage Rangers are slowly down. There are spears that try to protect the archers in there as well. Cav, need to get a charge there. Nope. Yeah, the Peregrine Marines here. I don't know whether they just didn't get to the choke point in time. What happened to there was, I mean, a decent amount of Gondor swords. I felt like maybe they all just got killed off. I mean, they were getting shot as well with the men of Lambden also dead. I mean, Gondor's kind of nearly out of infantry, like mainline battle line infantry. It's got shock and pole arms there, things you can kill quite easily without losses if you shoot them. But I mean, that's not the end of the world. He can play a support role. He's kind of won his one-on-one. Or at least his 1 versus about 3.5. These things still do have assets on the other flank. Mustard axes here holding the front line. Farmers sent to fight against battle-hardened orcs. Yeah, there you go. I mean, the Orcs are going to have to, like, grind their way through here. But, I mean, it's definitely doable. Like I said, Rohan's the weakest link. I mean, he's thrown in all of these Axthanes over here and the early retains. So it's going to take a lot to try and hold them back. I mean, like I said, I think Harad is a great counter to Rohan here because just a lot of shock. Rohan has no shock, which is always a good counter. He hasn't got any pole arms really stopping the advanced swords and spears. Will not stop these Farharad mutants. They smash their way through with their war clubs there. Look at that guy. Just dwarfs him. Get the Bjornings over there so you can fight something their own size. Yeah, there you go. The Farharad mutants through. They'll go after the Axthanes next, I imagine. Looking a bit shaky. Looking a little bit shaky, but this is looking really good. That's really going to help the numbers. Yeah, they actually have less troops now to do the attacks than the defenders. Just by 100. Not major. But yeah, the loss of most of the Eastern army is pretty devastating. Yeah, the Rangers getting cut down over here. Slay them all. There you go. The nobles are killing the Ferrigan Rangers off. And that should be Eastlings wrapped up. Though I like how... Oh, I thought Isengard were going to send over wargs. Like, that's a bit forlorn hope. Should have had more cav with them earlier. I mean, just supporting that. When they saw Rohan sally around, they should have sent cav or wargs, something to support them. I mean, it's bold also to send in their own cav when they got let in here. I mean, it's actually a nice little move by Gondor, if it was intentional, to just, like, let him in. You can then... Eastlings then think he's actually broken through. He can get his cav in, cause some chaos, and then the Rohan cav comes in and kills off actually all his archers. Not a bad little idea. And there you go. Now Gondor can send all his forces to the other side. I mean, he's got all his archers here now. That's also a problem. Is they're outranged now, so they can actually save ammo. Can the defenders and save it for the Mummoks if they want to, and the Grenadiers. What is coming forward here? More very... Oh, very Axemen here. So Eastlings did actually have maybe more than I thought on this side. Well, I'd say more than I thought. There's like, what, a couple of low-key Rim. And then, yeah, and a bit of shock. Like, one bit of shock. It is most of his army is dead. And Kahar's here. Yeah, most of his shock, though, is gone. Oh, most of his army is gone. Just seems odd. Split your force. I mean, if he was, like, leaving that rear force as, like, a little sneaky sneak, fair enough. Should have hidden it better to start with, because Rohan immediately knew where it was. But yeah, it was interesting. I mean, either do, like, full all or nothing, really. Just go for... Yeah, we've got Anu and Vale with their Aethid troops here. There's a lot of Aethid warriors here today with Rohan and also Anu and Vale both fighting for,
Enemy units have rallied
together.
And return to the battle.
Look at this, though. This is still not... Nothing's happened here. They're just going to try and kill each other with a stare? Death stare? Maybe. And this is poor here as well. I mean, Eastern player here is getting a lot of stuff caught out. Is very... actually, either just need to go in or go home. Like, go back to the... If you're not going to send them in, don't just keep running them around. They're getting shot at by archers. I'll just send them in. Send them in. But you don't want to blob too much either. That attracts a lot of archers. 3 units in here. But I mean, to be fair, Good has just as many units in here as well. And there you go. The Veriags are going to go in, and they're going to try and redeem the name of the Eastlings. I do love the unit. It was very like human vibes. 12-12. Those face masks. And more, is that more spears going in? Or is it, yeah, they're putting in a Carrick Warden as well. Interesting. Pike going in. It's not come out of there. It's just a spare pike. So yeah, that's been set in. Now that should, I mean, that's going to hold the line. I mean, they were going to hold the line anyway, probably. There's a lot to try and get through. Like I said, this is looking like the choke point to get through. I mean, actually, and the pole arms here for Gondor are dying. I don't know if this is still the same Farharad mutant. Oh, no, it's not, because the other one's here. Anyway, the mutants are doing work. Rohan is doing its bit, though. Yeah, they're holding the line, but this is not going to hold forever. Like I said, this is why I personally feel like you should put archers over here. Put archers here, and actually, they might be about to do it right now. Serpent archers be sent there. A singular serpent archer, though, is not going to be enough. You need to send all of these rangers probably over there. Set them up like here, and then just start blasting. And right now, like, Gondor's out of ammo. He cannot commit. It's going to need to be someone else. I say Gondor's out of ammo. He's still got an Athelian ranger. I mean, obviously, Rohan's still got Helm and Gas. They could use those. So, yeah, I mean, they're busy actually shooting the Urukai archers, which is also good. There's more range off the board for evil. So if it comes to it, then they're having to defend this final stand. There's pole arms. They won't be able to shoot their way through. They could just batter their way through with the Mummoks. That's the thing. The evil losing range is not the end of the world. If they end up coming up against a choke point that they can't get through, and the Mummoks are still on the table, the Mummoks can get them out of trouble. Yeah, that is the risco. If you're going to send your archers this way, you're going to need to support it with the cavalry or spears or something. You've got to protect it. They're not just going to let you freely just shoot there. You can get great side shots into all of the shock here. And all the pole arms. And make this like really easy for the attackers to get through. I mean, the mutants, sorry, they're making pretty good work of these Warriors of Loznok, though. The Warriors of Loznok kind of suck. Yeah, I love these mutants. I'm glad they're here. They do look great. They look great. I mean, they're just, yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of enjoying watching the battle. I have sometimes just nothing to commentate on. Just like nothing really to say. Just enjoy the carnage. Oh, pikes. Yeah, either get out of range or, you know, get into the fight, guys. It's one or the other. There's been a lot of this, to be honest, from the attackers here today. Stuff that's just assets have been left in range. I mean, he has not realized it yet. Just take a couple of volleys to realize. Not the end of the world, but that is a bit of the HP, yeah, like a large amount of the HP gone.
The men are broken and running.
Are they out of range now? I'm not sure. No, still in range. Get further back. Come on, guys. Come on. Gonna need those pikes, potentially. Oh, there's movement. There is movement. 25 minutes left on the clock. Are they thinking? I mean, if that pike's getting shot from there, these mummoks need to be careful about where they set up, because they could potentially also get shot by archers. They're back to shooting these Uruk-hai archers. I just wouldn't bother. They could break. They might just break if they get any closer to the fighting.
Our forces have found their courage. Back to the fight.
Stormers being sent in. Stormers being sent in, and they're actually going to make an offensive over here. I mean, this is potential for an offensive here. Evil still has a fair amount of resources. I don't know. Running out of mainline infantry, actually. What have they got left? They've got a couple of macemen, which they're having to send those in now. Saruman, Dunakori, actual infantry. There's the beast tamers as well. And then it's going to be like, yeah, just wargs, grenadiers, and the mummoks. I mean, still got all the archers here of like Harad that are doing nothing. They do need to be used at this point, I think. They've got to try something. I mean, you could set them up over here, maybe. Could you set them up here? And shoot your way through this choke point. I mean, one Gondor spear against an Adunakori, if that was a one-on-one, that would cause a bit of an issue. It's another stretch. I mean, this whole choke point has been left. What's the numbers looking like? 4,100 is 3,500. Gap's opening up. Like I said, what, like 10 minutes ago it was 10? Sorry, 10 minutes ago it was like 100 men? Opening up to about, yeah, it's about 500 man gap now. I really like this Anduin Sentinel. Big fan of that Sentinel. Just I think the look. I don't know, when I started with Anduin Vale, maybe because it's just the new guy in the block, I wasn't so sure. Some of the units are a bit more appealing. I'm enjoying them. The Aethid Footmen, I'm not so sure about. What are they just called? The Aethid Footmen? They're the Aethid. They're the retainers. One of them. Aethid Footmen. Yeah, I was right. They just kind of just look like a Rohirrim reskinned, which I understand a little bit because they are like the same sort of culture and race. That is kind of where Rohan, you know, gets his heritage back to. Don't know. Maybe seems a little lazy, but at the same time, I mean, the devs do a great job on these units. They are a little different in look. Yeah, Anduin Vale is becoming a bit more of a fan of mine. And Erebor Sword Warriors. I mean, this is a unit that's added through the sub-mod. Dwarves are on the battlefield. I didn't know if they actually had brought these, so I had to look. But yeah, they're not like insane. They are heavy melee, and I think you can only bring 2 of them. You can't bring like a full dwarven army, thankfully. We've got Greenwood Foresters over here, which are a really good unit. They're actually, like for a tier 2, just like, you can kind of spam those guys out, and just then jabby your way through a lot of infantry. Like for a tier 2, it's pretty solid. I'm not saying it's great. It's not going to go and beat a I don't know, a White-Hand Stormer in a fair fight, in a one-on-one. Isengard has been persistent here, and so has Harad. They've given it a really good go. You can see where they started. With the bodies, like they started all the way here. They made about, I don't know, 100 yards probably. in Attila scale.
Enemy units have been rallied.
Not really got a lot to show for it. It's very much like World War One. This these sieges on this map. It's very grindy. Not a lot of ground is gained, and a lot of men will die. Urukai crossbows going forward. I mean, this maybe should have happened a little earlier. Maybe try and gun down this Carrick Warden. That is what they're here to do. I mean, actually, maybe not. No, I think this is the right time to do it. Only problem is the defenders have still so much ammo. Yeah, these Vale Yeomen are gunning that down, and that poor Urukai crossbow is getting just destroyed. These Yeomen also are pretty solid, I think, for a tier 2 bow. Really good. I think on defense, Anduin Vale's really, really good. On attack, less so. It's very much a defensive faction. Strong pikes, strong spears. That's the MO of a strong defensive faction. I mean, most good factions are defensive factions. Probably bar like the dwarves, and even probably like the and probably the elves as well. I think though elves are a bit of both. Dwarves, I'd say, I don't know. I think they have more aggressive attributes than they have defensive ones, just because of the shock options. But they are also got some good spears. Oh, here they come. Well, let's stop the waffling. Some serious business is about to occur here. These guys will probably go berserk, though, I was going to say. Yeah, there's a long way for them to come. Oh, I mean, they've got a lot of HP to kill these guys off, like to get through to kill these guys off. But they are going to go out of control. Where are they going to go, though? Are they going to go back and throw lines? Are they going to go forward? Or are they just going to kind of get stuck here? Out of control. Yeah. It's the only risk. I mean, maybe they should have, like I said, sent them against the spears. At least drag them away. I also think if they were going to do this, they need to bring forward the Grenadiers at the same time. And try and, like, use both. So then it's just it's like over-sensitization for the defenders on what to shoot. But they've actually made it to the front lines, even though they were out of control. Which is kind of crazy. I mean, oh, there goes one already. Already. I mean, I don't know what the HP on these guys, but that's kind of concerning. There's not that many volleys, and it's just archers shooting them, not like crossbows. This is not good at all. I mean, they've got, yeah, like, not a lot of kills. They've probably killed more friendlies than they have good. Oh, sorry, than they have evil. But you know what I mean. Than they have enemies. I got there eventually. Yeah, that's not good at all. These mummics are... Ooh, they're kind of... They're not spent. But they're certainly in a bad way. This one's getting a lot of attention. It's getting a lot of arrows in it. Shame you can't see, like, all the arrows sticking out of it. Whoever also killed that elephant... Oh, yeah, there goes the other one. Whoever ever killed the mummics, they're going to have some pretty good chevrons. And there you go, they're all dead. What a wet fart they were. What a wet fart they were. Van's power is now dead even with the death of the mummics, by the way. Dead even. I'm intrigued to see
enemy units have returned to the battle.
if evil can come back from this. 17 minutes left on the clock. I don't really like looking at this choke point when we get to here, though, because you can see flipping nothing. Get rid of these trees. If I could press Control F like you can in Rome 2, that would be ideal. But you can't. Looks like they are pulling back, though. They have broken through this side over here. And they're going to be able to encircle all these Rohan units, which are pretty much beaten anyway. Polearms going to hold the line. I mean, they can get that Arable Sword Warrior also to maybe hold the line with the Polearms. Spears and archers over here. I mean, this Athenian Ranger is getting shot at. Needs to be careful. Probably needs to deal with that Serpent Archer. They're pretty low missile block and also armor generally, so they are very vulnerable to archer fire. They are very good in melee as well, so that's again a reason to keep them alive. Good hybrid unit. Yeah, the Mummik's gone. That is a massive hit. Massive hit for evil. And here we go, more dwarves going forward. I like how they have found a Noldor icon that needs changing. You be Durin's folk. There you go, Princess Coast Guard, though. Holding the line. Oh, there's a Sally out here. I mean, not an exciting one, just Gondor's Spear Infantry taking out a Desert Spear. I'm surprised that no one's going to try and take advantage of this. This, I feel like, if you get Cav over in Wargs, you could hammer and anvil it. Actually, Isengard might now be paying attention to it. Yeah, he is. He's sending his Wargs of Isengard there. If you can hammer and anvil that spear, unlikely you could turn it around. I think the Desert Spear would still lose and die. But he'll break the Gondor Spear. And actually, there is also archers just defending his choke point. And there you go. Immediately Gondor pulls off. He didn't realise this was going on. He will lose some spears to that, but actually he hasn't even lost a spear. That's insane. Oh, lost one. Okay, lost one in the end. But yeah, they reacted way too late to the attackers. They needed to do that much earlier on. This is good though. This is the choke point they should be attacking. They should just ignore that other choke point. Just don't fight where the polearms are or the pikes. Just fight everywhere else at this point. Then your shocks and your spears after things like send your shocks and your swords after the spears. That's what they need to do. The berserkers, yeah, hammering their way through the Gondor Spearline infantry. Javies are being activated. Don't know if I'd throw just into the back of my own friendlies, but there you go. They're going for it. I do like this from Isengard, even though like he's a pretty bad at crossbow. He's using his initiative and trying to get an angle with this tiny little crossbow unit, which is being ignored. It'll get a few kills, but I like that. Not throwing away the unit. Going to find the best use for it in this terrible situation. Yeah, Pike's now being activated. Is a Pike on Pike fight going on here? What are the numbers on the table looking like? 2,900 against 2,300. It's, yeah, still sort of around about that 600 mark. Here we go. Adnan Vale finally being challenged in this choke point here. They probably need to push forward their Carrick Wardens. The Anduin Centaurs are kind of fighting spears and pikes, while the Carrick Wardens are not actually supporting that fight. But finally they go in there. All three choke points now being contested. White Hand Grenadiers are also moving forward here. Are they going to be sent in to blow something up? I think they're going to get sent towards the Coast Guard unit over here. They're going to try and blow those guys, I'd imagine. Oh, breakthrough here. How has this happened? How has this happened? But yeah, I mean, Loki Rim have actually got in. They're into Black Veil Archers here. We've got Bjornings up here. They are trying to set up a new line. Erkenbrand's also coming forward, but yeah, we've got Uruk-hai infantry going to be able to get in. This Archer's trying to, I guess, patch this up. But this is not good. Erkenbrand as well, also maybe overcommitting a little bit here. I'd have said in that line with the Bjornings, just let the Black Veil Archers at least weaken them up a bit. But there he goes, Erkenbrand, the General of Rohan. He sent in, you can see him just over there, his blonde, goldy locks. Taking kills. And there you go, yeah, they've broken through that Gondor line there, and now the shock can come up to support. They can flank around again if they wanted, literally where Gondor's retreating men are. Just flank around there, get in behind Erkenbrand and the Black Veil Archers. And is this sort of the start of a little bit of a comeback here from Evil? I don't know. maybe. A lot of archers left actually for good, but in the sense of just like that is like their like they haven't got ammo, but they're just like yeah, as infantry they're going to be used. Kahar's going to go in here. This is going to be a good charge into axes. Oh yeah, nice little charge there, straight through that. I mean, he could probably carry on actually. I'd absolutely be fine with that. He knocked down the full unit. But he's going to break it anyway, it doesn't really matter. And he can either now, you can just hammer and anvil Erkenbrand, or he can come around this way. And he can come after Aragorn if he wants to. Might be a bit risky. Kahar, I think, is just going to fall back. But you got the Berserkers going in, they're going to try and kill off the Black Reveal archers. I mean, Aragorn could go in and counter this. He's got the best cav in the game. I'm not so sure about the drip, but it's a cool unit nonetheless. Yeah, the golden red, it's very jarring. Well, it's not jarring, but it's just gold, red, and black, and it's certainly a colour choice. Very different to typical Gondorian look, just silver and blue. But I guess he's the king. He can have what he wants. But yeah, this is maybe the catalyst of some sort of comeback. Though it does look quite bad now. The Berserkers have just been charged by Aragorn. That is kind of been turned around. Kahar is going forward. Again, don't know why. Maybe I mean, he could try and rear charge Gondor Spears. But I mean, I was going to say, he's going to currently be taking on a 2-on-1 if he takes this fight. I mean, Kahar's not really got an army left, so he could potentially risk his life. And yeah, this is not looking good here. This is the death of the Uruk center push here. The Pikes have lost to the Carrick Wardens. Brandon is still not being sent up. Might as well send them up now. There's not a lot to lose. And still not seen any of these archers being used here. These Black Serpent Rangers still not being used. That's kind of crazy at this point. There goes Kahar going in against Aragorn. Also the Earthed Nobles. Don't see Kahar coming out of that one alive. Erkenbrand still fighting a good fight. Still trying to kill off these Isengard warriors here. And Aragorn's falling back, weirdly enough. He's losing because of that. He probably should have just stayed in the fight. He would have been fine. But maybe Gondor just, wanted to keep Aragorn alive. They have got some units. I mean, I feel like Anduin Vale's risking more. He's got more of a full army. These polearms are being pulled out of position here as they try and chase the macemen. Just stay where you are. And they actually are now going to get charged in the back. That could be devastating for them from here. And the wargs are also getting in there. Wargs have good anti-cav capabilities. That'll be good against Aragorn.
Have found their courage. Back to the fight.
And the polearms are losing. Look at that. And I mean, they are getting shot as well from those Serpent Archers, which are finally being committed. The Serpent Rangers also going in. Kahar has fallen back. Wargs are carrying on. They're finding the Björnings. Earthed Nobles also fell back, it seems. Yeah, they're getting slaughtered there, the Wargs. No surprise. Kahar, do not go back in. Not worth it. It's not worth it. There goes the polearms being falling back as well. And we've now got Erebor Sword Warriors in there to hold the line. There you go, Pikes. Well, I mean, they're persisting, but they're very much nearly dead. Dunakori trying their best to break through. This, I think they should send the Dunakori up here. Like I said, this is looking like the place they were going to break through. They've made some progress. Saruman is coming forward. The wargs are another warg unit being sent forward. Maybe we should have sent both when they did. Don't do half measures. Oh, and here we go. Grenadiers. Can they get any grenades off? Just set up here and just blow up the defenses. I mean, yeah, the pike's falling back. Smart. Saw it a mile off, and they are getting shot. 61 out of 80. Dropping quick. They need to throw grenades now or never. Just go. Just throw them in. Like, I don't know why people are, like, I mean, if you're starting to get shot and you're starting to lose a lot of orcs, might as well just throw your grenades instead of just like getting no kills and because you didn't throw any of your grenades. Kill archers, yeah, whatever. I mean, not great, but might as well. I mean, you can see they actually are falling their pikes back right back to the back of their sword defense. They're holding that last stand. Kahar over here is, yeah, I mean, cycle charging, not a bad idea. I mean, it's just cycle charging dwarves and archers. It's costing him. Look at that. The archers are like focusing these guys down from a long, long way away. Arbelgazar is still very much available as well to be sent in. It's not looking good. It's not looking good.
Our men are breaking off.
And the cab going in over here. I mean, yeah, they're breaking through here. I mean, they're almost retaking their start line. That is what Gondor has done here. That's crazy. They've done that. They've actually, in theory, trapped all these units in behind this Princess Coast Guard. And they could cycle charge, yeah, Saruman and just kill him off. His army would then probably break. Yeah, the grenades need to do something. They just need to get chucked right now. I'm going to try and just blow up the Veil Yeoman. Why aren't they sending the archers forward to shoot like the Yeoman and just like force them back? Then the Grenadiers could come forward quite happily and just do whatever they like. Also send the Grenadiers somewhere else. They should have sent them over here to try and do something again because they were nearly breaking through. But no. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure what to think. Wargs have killed off this archer here, which is kind of huge. And the Wargs actually might get the next archer as well. Veil Yeoman here. They might get gobbled up here by the Hounds of War.
The men have thrown down their weapons and are fleeing.
Björning's getting sent in. I mean, they will now die, all those Wargs. That choke point has now been shut off. And there go the grenades. In the sense that they are routed. Not a single volley relief throw. They probably didn't get any kills. Yeah, disappointing. Disappointing. If you're going to use them, you got to have some balls. You just got to have to accept that some of them might not make it to the front line. And there's just, once you are at the front line, just throw your load. It's not really a unit you can just kind of send in and out, and just be too picky and choosy. Really, if you got to use it, I would at least use it where there's no archers to start with. And also just get rid of, and the way to like, you know, make sure there's no archers around. Get rid of the archers you're facing, and then your grenades can go in and do whatever you like.
Enemy units have returned to the battle.
Tough as Isengard, I admit, because the grenadiers are like they're not down as a special. They are just a. Who's Gen died? Oh, I think that's Kahar, isn't it? Yeah, he's just been fighting over here. But Arbelgazar is going to go in against Björning warriors. He's going to probably not get through that line of big men. Yeah, as I was saying, it's tough for Isengard because in the new, I think in the rule setting most people use, Grenadiers aren't like a special. They are down as just they are down as a range unit. So it does mean that you're down to like 3 archers. Then so fighting any faction is just tough. Like in siege battle because you're going to get outnumbered in that archer fight immediately, and then your Grenadiers have just got no chance of getting in. The Bjorning's here fighting against Saruman. Saruman's surely not long for this world either. He's literally encircled. That's a really cool formation they're forming. They're almost forming like a little hollow circle. I don't know where Saruman is in this situation. Oh, there is the White Wizard. He's all the way over there. Getting surrounded. He's going to get shot down here. Oh! Is that him dead? Is he going to get up? He's got up. He's got up. And he's broken. And he's going to get cut down in the retreat there. That is not good. And to be fair, it's not looking good for evil. It's not looking good at all. They have continued their breakout here. They sent the cav in. Belgazar's been forced to go into a cav fight. And yeah, these Serpent Rangers never use all their ammo. I think that's a big mistake. To be honest, I mean, what are the numbers left? 1,100 against 400. Not the closest siege in the world we've seen, but a solid one nonetheless. I thought when they say crazy ending, I was expecting something crazy. This is certainly not crazy, that's for sure. Pretty standard ending, I'd say. Pretty standard ending. But a fun siege nonetheless. I always love a bit of Middle-earth. There you go. A mass rout takes place. And a Pyrrhic victory for Gondor has been achieved. I think the battle, I'm going to just summarize. I think the battle did not go as great as possible. Mainly because, I'm not saying it's to blame. Just mainly that Eastling's army was split in two. If you had it all together, I think you'd been fine. I also just don't. I don't really recommend attacking from that choke point on that map. It's not good. I think there is only one way to attack. If you're going to do a little sneak force, fine. Split your army, but it was not sneak, so it did not work. But yeah, and all apart from, and then maybe also just commitment of specials and not winning archer fights. I think that was also huge as well. They needed to try and do a little bit more with their archers. But otherwise, a really, really good siege. I did enjoy watching it. But yeah, well done to the king is here. I think he is the one that sent this one in. So yeah, and I mean he was playing with the king as well. Aragorn got 110 kills. His Pelican Marines 334 kills. What were they killing? They're not that great. But even though they were killing something that allowed them to get 300 kills, the other one got 218. His shock did actually surprisingly well. 194, 144. Swords getting 167. Don't put 67 in the comments, guys. You'll be banned. Princess Coast Guard's getting 126 kills. And then Black Vale Archers, 142. Yeah, Athelian Rangers, 239. Always do very well. The Great Thumb playing as Rohan. 140 kills with Erkenbrand. 124 kills with the Axe Stains, 102 kills with Guard of Mudaseld, Helmingast. It's a very small but quite elite army, actually, I realised, for Rohan here. I mean, he did bring some good cav, and they actually did get some kills in the end, running down those Ferrogen Rangers. 153, 168 kills. And yeah, it's Helmingast. MVP is getting 233. I mean, they can hybrid so well, so that's why they get good kills. Then we have Suk playing as Anduin Vale, getting 189 kills here with Airted Nobles, 114 kills, 117 kills with the Footmen, Dwarves, 189 kills, the Bjorning still healthy with 135 kills, Sentinels, 158 kills, and his Pikes getting 177 kills, and then the Yeoman getting 184. Then we have General Spiffington playing as Isengard, 118 kills with Saruman before he routed and fell. The Infantry, 172 kills, the best there. The Storm's got 233 kills. Berserkers, 289 kills. And the Wargs actually got 149 kills, is actually kind of surprising. Venetrix playing as the Rurim or the Eastlings, getting 170 kills with Kahar with those cycle charges. His Shock. I mean, this one did pretty well, 174 kills, but the rest kind of meh to disappointing. Mace Moon, 122 kills. And then the Archers. One got 261, but yeah, the rest doing not a lot really at all. And his Cav, just kind of got overwhelmed by Aragorn. They do need to make Rurim great again, though, in my opinion. And then we have Lost Laden Tribes or Harad, getting 125 kills with the by surface. Actually, this one got 133. And then I think his Mutants for his MVP, 191 kills is pretty solid. They seem to be making a lot of the pushes. 155 kills with the Serpent Warriors is Adunakori, 172 kills. And then, you got the disappointment of the Mummoks and the Rangers who didn't get a lot of kills, or in some cases weren't committed. The Mummoks getting 77 kills is sad to see. They could have been the game changer. But there you go, guys. That's today's Dawnless Days Siege. If you did enjoy and want to see more Lord of the Rings action, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe, and feel free to comment as well down below. And if you need more Dawnless Days in your life, do check out the videos appearing on your screen right now.